Grace, what story would you like to share for marketing communicators?
Well, it's funny when we first connected. That literally that day, a childhood memory had popped in my mind, and this is a situation when I was about 7 or 8. I had the opportunity to take a free swimming lesson, and I think the overall goal was to get parents to sign up for a package of lessons, but my parents didn't do that. I only got to take that one free lessons. So that day I learned how to blow bubbles and swim underwater. So about 6 months to a year after that, I got invited to a birthday party at a swim club, and everything was going well. I am in the shallow end of the water. We're splashing it up. We're having fun. And then one of my friends decided that they wanted to go jump off the diving board. And for whatever reason, I decided to follow them and decided that, yes, I too could jump off the diving board. So I go right up, I line up alongside everybody else, I climb up the ladder and I jump. And I have to tell you that I had no idea how deep that water was because I froze when I realized that my feet weren't touching the bottom. I was terrified. I had no idea how long I could hold my breath for, and just completely my whole body frozen and just I'm sinking and sinking and sinking. And finally, I hear this voice, whether it's my own voice or it was my friend's voice. I hear swim. So I start kicking my legs and moving my arms, and I eventually got to the side of the pool and I pulled myself out. And I, imagine me shaking myself and telling my friends, "Oh, I meant to do that. I wanted to see how long I could hold my breath." And I walked right back up to the ladder, climbed up again, and I jumped again. And I probably jumped off that diving board at least 12 times that day. But I still to this day remember how terrified I was when I hit the water and realized, uh-oh, you're not Kansas anymore kind of situation.
Wow, yes, that sounds impactful. Sounds like the kind of thing both dreams and nightmares are made of.
Exactly.
Well, that's really cool. What insights do you derive for marketing communications professionals?
I don't know what prompted me to just suddenly have that memory pop into my mind. One of the things that I was contemplating about is these days, before we take action, before we act, we want to know everything. We want to know the ins and outs of an experience before we move forward. We want to look at the data. We want to analyze the data, capture more data, analyze the new data. And then once we have all the data together, we want to pull together a focus group and we want to see what they think about the data. And then we're going to go back and collect more. Trust me, that's good. That's best practice. We live in an era where we're a data-rich society and we absolutely should take advantage of the data that we have. But sometimes we just need to jump. And it can be terrifying because we don't know what the expected outcome is. We don't know what the future is, but it's better than not acting. And at that time, you just have to trust your instincts and trust that you have the appropriate skill sets to do what you need to do. And by jumping, you realize that you can open up possibilities that you never thought existed before. That day, when I was at that swimming pool, I had so much fun. So, I have this memory of being terrified, this memory of fear, but I also remember the joy I had every time I jumped in that water. And I ended up, being faster and better every time I jumped in.
Love it. One of my favorite things about that story is I keep hearing you say, swim.
Yes. You can imagine when Finding Nemo, there's the part in there when Ellen just says, "Just keep swimming." And I realize
Yes.
I say that all the time in my head. And again, when I get that memory, I'm going, "Oh, I wonder that. No wonder I like that so much."
Right. When things get hard, just swim.
Just swim.
Why do you do what you do?
Talking specifically about my current role at Kaiser Permanente, this is one example of the many jumps that I've taken. I didn't necessarily have a long list of experience, particularly in healthcare, but I knew account management, I knew business development, and I knew how to lead a team. And what's exciting about being able to do all that I do at a company like Kaiser Permanente, it's a company that lives its mission, that we don't just hang it on the wall and use it there just to have words laying out on the page. We actually focus everything that we do. All of our decision making is tied around our objective of providing affordable, high quality care to our members and improving the health of our members in the communities that we serve. And every decision is predicated on that. Healthcare in general can be a little slow too. So I'd like to think that the reason why I'm here is to help Kaiser Permanente leap forward and be the best at getting better. My name is Gracelyn McDermott, and this is the Marketing Minute.